Now, Charlie, you've actually got breaking news on the British exit vote.
You know, one of the themes coming out of Brexit last week, I was in London, as you know. We did some nice coverage. Thanks for having me on your show.
Yeah, you didn't bring me any beer back, but that's okay. You drank it all.
Thanks for having me on your show.
Yeah,
as well.
we're delighted.
One of the things coming out of that, particularly the day that they officially left, was that Wall Street would make a massive retreat out of London. That people were talking about what Jamie Dimon said a couple of weeks ago, maybe as much as 4,000 people leaving. What, you know, some plans at Morgan Stanley to move thousands of people. We should point out London is the banking hub of Europe for the U.S. I will say this: we've now made calls to the major firms. And I'm talking to sources inside. We should point out there is a retreat going on from that stance. What the major firms are telling us, and I can tell you, this is Morgan Stanley, J.P. Morgan, Citigroup, and Fidelity, is that there are no firm plans to move out as of now, no matter what they said in the past. And what I'm hearing from inside these places is pretty interesting. The logistics of moving to, say, a lot of people think Dublin might be a place to go. Or
well, actually, the Irish government is coming out and saying, hey, you could come
here.
Of course. We're not going to turn you away. We have Facebook, we have Apple, we'll open arms.
I'm sure Iceland would like them, too.
Yeah.
But Iceland ain't in the running, all right?
No, but
Iceland didn't pay back their debts. They're not in the running.
But Frankfurt is another thing we keep hearing. Here's the thing, what they're telling me inside the firms. Creating that infrastructure to move to Dublin, creating that infrastructure to move to Frankfurt, not to mention the language barrier, is very, very difficult. Yeah. I'm telling you, this is going to be less of an impact if all. Now, obviously, it's a wait and see. They want to see what comes out of the UK in terms of fiscal policy. But as of now, there is no rush to the exit.
Okay, these British banks, though, that are down severely. I mean, down still like 30%. I mean, that's got to be a red flag, a yellow flag, if not a red flag. Not necessarily for the city itself, because we know the city is embedded. We know it's not going anywhere. Here's the irony, of course. When we brought in rural Reg FD and some of those other things, that's when London surpassed Wall Street, because we were over-regulated.
Well, you know, Charles, I think people are assuming the worst. And, you know, we talked to some of the Leave people today, my producer, Brian Schwartz, and I. They said they're part of their campaign, in addition to replacing Cameron, maybe with Boris Johnson, is, you know, a much more detailed fiscal policy. We're going to see how they react. If they do something good, if they start mimicking what Thatcher wanted to do, smaller government, less taxes, less regulation, and free trade, we'll see. We'll see.
I don't think
but London, the city, wants to leave. I mean, the London, the city has said we're going to go with Europe, right? I mean, there have been some crazy.
They're not going anywhere.
Just kind of saw themselves off.
All right, guys.